Welcome to Pauline Esther's World as I share with you a day in my life. This video is about a trip to Wasini Island, Kisite Mpunguti Marine National Park. Make sure you comment down below, especially if you visited the place. Let us know your experience there and how you found everything and how your experience turned out to be. Wasini Island lies in southeast Kenya, 3 kilometers off the coast of the Indian Ocean, 75 kilometers south of Mombasa, and 3 kilometers opposite the harbor of the village Shimoni. It is approximately 7 kilometers long and 3 kilometers across. The name Wasini Mpunguti came from the early inhabitants who were originally the Chinese Chinese, that is, hence the name Wasini Mpunguti, which means to the locals short Chinese. Our plan was to go there, to arrive there really early as by 8:30, but unfortunately that is the time we were leaving Mombasa town heading there. It was a smooth ride. You can clearly see how smooth the roads are. That is one of the things I actually got to enjoy, because it's quite an amazing and beautiful road trip, because all the roads are all smooth. Not just the roads, everything around us is all green and beautiful. You can clearly see right there for yourself. Very beautiful place to be, a breath of fresh air. I mean, this is just pure bliss. I got to really enjoy this. Even just the road trip bit of this adventure was quite something for me. You can see we are approaching the Kwale sugar factory. That's an indication that we're actually getting closer to our destination. I just have a look at how beautiful that look is, the beauty of everything around us, the roads, the skies, the trees, everything, the green scenery. It was pure bliss. The best time to actually arrive there would be very early in the morning, because you have higher chances of getting to see the dolphins. There you see the Kwale sugar factory. We are passing right there, right there. So as I was saying, the best thing to do while planning a trip to Wasini would be get there really early. There is ample parking space, and especially if you're traveling as a group, that's an advantage. So of course there are charges, about 250 shillings for Kenyan residents and about $17 for international tourists. Of course, there's I say there's definitely ample parking space. Of course, we had someone arrange the boat we would take, and the same person arranged what we would have for lunch on the island, on Wasini Island. And we were just excited to begin this tour. So you can see that's the outside, and the beautiful logo there for the KWS, and that's Kisite Mpunguti. That's the map we would use to go through the place. So we were getting ready at this point, getting ready to start off, and I was really excited. The weather was was really sunny in a good and cool way. That is one of the amazing things about this adventure, and the fresh air from the ocean felt like therapy. Oh my. And just being in the middle of the ocean with amazing companies was a plus for me, and I'm just excited to even get to share this experience with all of you. We got into our boat with our amazing guides, Yasin, who would be the captain, and Musa, who would just accompany us to give us a feel of how it is to live in that place, especially the island, since he was born and raised in Wasini Island. Of course, our boat had to take a pit stop to get fueled, and he was just giving us a feel on and to just take us through the routes we would take, and just tell us more about this place. It was actually, as we were beginning, it was really calm. The waves were not that rampant. It was all calm, by the way, but as you stick to the end of the video, you'll just get to realize that changed, especially when as much as we were continuing to delve deeper into the ocean. not deeper but further into to the ocean, towards a place we will go to have a snorkeling experience. I was very curious and couldn't wait to ask Musa about the mermaid stories and all, but hey, the island has a population of about 3,000 living at the south coast in the two villages, Wasini and Mkwiro, respectively at the west and east side of the island, and an inland in the hamlet Nyumamaji, which means in Swahili behind the water. In Wasini village and Nyumamaji live the Bantu people, the Vumba, whose mother tongue is the Swahili dialect Kivumba. In Mkwiro, the Kifundi, that is Shirazi, also have their own mother tongue, the Swahili dialect Kikifundi. And besides that, they all speak Swahili and sometimes English. The Vumba are of Arabic origin, maybe a little bit mixed with the Chinese. The Arabs came to the East African coast in the 1st century AD, and after mixing with the Bantu people, they together formed the Coast or Swahili people. The Shirazi probably came from the Persian Gulf in the 15th century AD between the island and the Tanzanian islands Pemba and Zanzibar, southeast of the island in the Indian Ocean. The population is about 99% Muslim, from liberal to Orthodox. By this time, we had covered a great part of our journey, but it was getting scarier with every move. The waves were quite high after every about 8 seconds as per the waves forecast. Oh my, I had to check that out later on. The winds were getting really stronger, and I started thinking to myself if this is really safe. Yet, even if it was not, we had already gone in way too far from the mainland. The guards, however, did a good job to just let us know that it is normal, and that especially the first month of the year, that is January, February and March, it's like that. There's a lot of high waves and strong winds, but after that the sea is all calm. In fact, Musa would say that if we came back past March, we would think it's a totally different place. So yeah, we look forward to trying it out later in the year so we can experience the calm side of life in the ocean. The waves would be so high and so rough, and I kept closing my eyes because you can just imagine the higher the waves, the lower you will go after the impact. And even more scary, there are times our boats would swerve sideways after getting past a very high and intense wave. The water would also splash so hard at us, and until we had to eventually put our phones away. Good thing I had covered most of this journey to just get to share with you. You can just see that. Just have a look on the side. I don't know if you're able to tell, but the waves were really so intense at this point, and I freaked out to an extent of just wondering, really, will we get to come out of this safely? But then again, I had amazing company, and I really actually had to forget about the panicking and just focus on having fun rather than thinking of the worst. So yeah, I stopped worrying and started enjoying every bit of it. You can just see, have a look at how intense the waves were. Just have a look at the beautiful blue ocean. Oh, there I was really having fun and enjoying the beautiful breeze. And as you can see, it was all beautiful. You can just see how far the waters reach. In fact, you right here I was trying to capture the waters getting into the boat. I don't know if you're able to tell, but we had some water splashing really hard and even coming into the boat. That's what I was trying to capture there. So yep, at this point we were really getting closer to our point, the place where we would go to have a snorkeling experience. And as much as the waves were intense, high and really intense, Yasin actually was telling us that there's a logic, there's how he has to pilot the whole boat to be able to ensure that the impact does not cause us to drown. The impact of the intense waves does not cause us to drown. And As I said earlier, I just stopped worrying and thinking of the worst and started just focusing on the beautiful environment, the beautiful blue waters just surrounding us everywhere. And you can just see when you have a look at such, you start actually realizing how amazing the creation of God is and how amazing God Himself is. I mean, just have a look at these beautiful waters. Just have a look at these beautiful waters. They look really calm and really I'd say subtle, but this is something that this is the water itself is really intense and really has a lot of strength. I don't know if I can call it that, but yeah, because you realize even the boat, like if Yasin was would notice a wave coming at us, he would make sure to not go too fast so that we don't collide and have a bad impact with the waves. So yep, and the tagline of our boat was never give up. Oh my, that's an interesting tagline indeed, especially when you're in the middle of the ocean and the waves are hitting at you so hard. At some point I had this amazing person hold my hand because I was really starting to freak out and panicking and all. But yeah, I thank God at this point my hand was actually held. Yeah, you can just see the beautiful waters. This place was such a good vibe. It was indeed such a vibe for sure. So at this point, we finally got to the best location to snorkel, and it was my turn to dive in to see the beautiful life down there. But all I did was freak out. I freaked out. Oh my god. Just the moment I got into that water, I was all panic mode activated and I couldn't really handle it. And even the waves did not make anything easy for me. I really had a mini panic attack. So I just got off the water. Yeah, I actually tried a second time, but still, it just didn't work, and the waves were not helping any of it. So, I decided to let my amazing company just enjoy himself, and he actually got to see the life down there. He says it's all beautiful, colorful, zebra fish and other colorful fish species. And he actually, that it was, the corals were really close. He actually hit his leg on one of the corals. Good thing we managed the bleeding and all, but it was a beautiful experience for him. I will actually work on this next time as I plan to come back. I'll make sure that I am a good swimmer, good swimmer, and not just swimming in the swimming pools and all, but I'll just do some practice. But yeah, you can just see how beautiful that was for them, for him to snorkel. Unfortunately, we couldn't capture down there, but you can also see the waves, how intense the waves are, and you can just have a feel of how crazy it must have been for me. I'm just used to basin water. And now I'm expected to dive in the middle of the ocean with the intense waves and all the craziness and the strong winds. But yes, we live to fight another day. But yeah, as it is, you can just see. So the only thing I got to see was an amazing huge turtle. It passed us by really fast. Didn't get to capture it, but at least I got to see. So they informed us that we missed the dolphins, especially because of our timing. We had arrived there really late, and the other groups also had already passed by the same place, and so it was not easy for us to see the dolphins. So this is something that I look forward to having an experience on the next time we make a visit. So by this time we had already had our lunch arranged. So oh wow, you can see the waves right there, you can see that, and the beautiful blue waters. At this point it's much clearer because of course it's not that deep, and the sea life down there also makes it look more clearer and vibrant compared to other places. Yeah, so by this time we had our lunch arranged by Hussein, who was in charge of everything that we were to do, or what we had planned to do during this time. So we would take our lunch on the Wasini Island. And so we were just having this snorkeling experience, get to understand where specifically we are, so we can now get ready to go back and have our amazing lunch. But just have a look at how beautiful the waters are right here. This was indeed beautiful. Looking back, I actually feel terrible that I missed out to see the life down below, but yeah, better luck for me next time. I'll make sure that I work on those skills. So as you can see, this is our amazing lunch. Did I just say amazing lunch? Yes, 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 it was delicious. So we finally got there to Wasini Island, and our table was set already. The food was served immediately. We had grilled chicken, crab meat, fish, specifically the red snapper, seaweed stew. Can you believe it? Seaweed stew, and it was really, really delicious. All of that was to go together with coconut rice, cassava, chapati, and an amazing red sauce. I can't remember the name, but for a food lover, the food was super, super delicious. The food was delicious. So we asked our guide to take us to the mangrove bridge, and also to see the dead coral rocks. And as you can see, we tried to make out animals from the shapes of the coral rocks. We got to see a lion, an elephant, a rhino. It was really, really interesting. Unfortunately, we couldn't get closer than this because the place was under some maintenance and renovation, so we couldn't get any closer than this, and also because of the time factor. So we look forward to doing this, and especially this side of Wasini Island. Yes, it was definitely such an amazing experience. This was quite an adventure for sure. I did have so much fun. So of course, after that, we started heading back to the mainland. It was a much shorter time, about 8 to 10 minutes back. It took us a really shorter time going back, and it was really that moment of nostalgia, leaving all the beauty behind, going back to real life, going back to reality. Yeah, but yes, it was about time to turn and just go back to the mainland. And I just kept wondering how amazing it must be to live in such an island, such a beautiful place where you get to wake up and see the ocean. In the evening, you see the ocean, the pure breeze hitting your face every morning, every evening, watching sunsets, watching the sun rise in such a place. Oh, it must be so breathtaking for sure. Yes, it was quite an adventure for sure. I had so much fun. As much as we didn't get to see the dolphins because we got there late, or walk along the mangrove bridge. So at this point, we were getting closer to the floating jetty, where we would take the path to the parking lot, and yeah, just start the journey back home. This was really amazing. Make sure to share your experience, how you found Wasini Island. If you got to see the dolphins, just make sure to share on the comments down below. It was really nice doing this together with you, and have an amazing time. Ciao.